The West Virginia Mountaineers have done it again. They've landed one of the most talented pass rushers in the 2023 recruiting cycle. Zachariah Keith, a four-star player according to On3, has committed to the Mountaineers after flipping over from Georgia Tech. I'll be talking with him right after the intro, right here on Mountaineer Paul Talks Football.
This is for Cameron.
Welcome in, guys. My name is Mountaineer Paul, and you have landed yourself once again at Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. Do me a favor, guys. Before we get talking to Zachariah, can you do me one favor first? Move your finger a couple inches and like the video. And if you're not subscribed to Mountaineer Paul Talks Football, it says over 78% of the people that are watching my videos are not subscribed. If you could please do that, it would be very much appreciated. I put a lot of work in for you guys. Let's get on with the show. It is that time of year. It is recruiting season, and the Mountaineers have been doing it again. They're at it again, snatching up one of the best prospects in the state of Georgia, playing high school football at the 6A level. We're talking about the one, the only, Zachariah Keith. How we doing, sir?
I'm good. How you doing?
Doing well, man. So I thought it was interesting. Your offer goes out on Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like Jeff Coons, Andrew Jackson, lead recruiters in your situation. What type of relationship were you able to establish those guys? And I know there was a coaching change at Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
As far as your bond with the two guys that recruited you, just tell us a little bit about that.
I would say me and Coach Coons' bonds grew real good because when I decommitted from Georgia Tech the second time, West Virginia was the first school that like just ever hit me up or whatever. And so me and him talked for a couple of days or whatever. And then Coach Jackson hit me up on Twitter, gave me his number, we got on the phone or whatever. And he was just like, I think you could play up here, you'll be a good fit for us or whatever. And when I took my OV, nothing changed. It was just all love. It was no pressure on me committing at all. It was just like I feel like I was a part of the team or whatever. And when West Virginia say family, they mean it and they show it in everything they do on and off the field. Either it's just like even with like we had dinner at Coach Brown house or whatever. We actually had on. It wasn't just about football. It was about just getting to know me as a person or whatever. So it was just like a real good feeling to know like that I will be a Mountaineer for the next 4 years, 2 to 4 years. So yeah.
And that makes me happy too to hear that. You know, we've heard that from multiple recruits. Coach Brown's recruiting at a level that nobody has ever recruited at in his, and we've got an illustrious history.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
we won 15th all time, played in national championship games. To think that he can recruit at the level he is has been really impressive. So you played your ball at Douglas County, right? For Johnny T. White,
Yes,
who's been around the game for a long time and knows his stuff. Tell us a little bit about your bond with Coach White.
Coach White is a real good dude or whatever. When I was at Douglas County my freshman year, and I transferred to North Springs or whatever. And when I transferred back, it was just like me and Coach White always had that type of father-son relationship. But Coach White really like put me out there for real. I went to camps or whatever. It was just like I wouldn't say he was selling me to the schools because I had what I needed or whatever. But he like. You know, iron sharpens iron. So he was just always putting me what he had in him or whatever. He gave me everything he got at practice. It don't matter if we was running sprints. It don't matter if we were running 110s, if we was doing Indy, special teams. It don't matter. It was just like he'll just give me his all on whatever he had or whatever. He'll just he'll yell at you, but you just got to know that he really, if he yelling at you, he really loves you or whatever. And sometimes I make mistakes in the game or whatever. I get down on myself. And he tell me keep my head up. Next play.
Next play.
Yeah, but yeah. He just always been there for me since I was really in like 8th grade. For real. He came and watched me play that one time, and then he was just like, "You coming to Douglas County?" And I was like, "Yes, sir." And ever since then, we just been. So yeah.
That's awesome, man. You chose the Mountaineers over a list of schools, man. It really impressive. Georgia Tech, Mississippi State, Michigan State, Maryland, Vandy, Buffalo. What schools were you able to visit outside of Morgantown?
Memphis, Georgia Tech, Maryland, Georgia, Alabama. Yeah.
a lot of us wonder because we're told as far as facilities wise that we're up there with anybody. I want to hear it from a recruit, man. Where do the Mountaineers facilities rank?
Man, that facility is amazing. It's like something I ain't like never seen before. It's like something like one of those like labs you see in like the movie or whatever. Like it's just the nutrition, like the nutrition wise, like they be on it. Like you got to take your vitamins, you got to eat right, you gotta work out or whatever. You just gotta if you do right, you're gonna get good results or whatever. And like the recovery is amazing. It just like if the recovery, they got like the so-called Stranger Things where like they pour all the salt in the water and the girls float on top of the water. They got
Mm-hmm.
they got that there to where like you float on top of water, it just relax your muscles or whatever.
Yep.
And then, like a heating screen, and they got like a cooling screen. Then they got get in it and like the air get real cold, and you just tighten up your muscles or whatever when you get out.
Hyperbolic chamber.
Yes, sir. So
Yeah.
that too is just like something I ain't never seen before. Because at Georgia Tech, they just had cool pool, hot tub, or whatever, and they had like trainers or whatever. But yeah, that was just like something I never seen before. So yeah.
We put I say we. I'm not affiliated with West Virginia University. I do my own thing,
Mm-hmm.
but they have put a lot of money into that, tens of millions of dollars. And as somebody who covers the Mountaineers, and also I always wonder how recruits feel and what they think about the facilities there. Obviously we know they've been upgraded and they put a lot of money into it, but I'd like to hear it from the recruits now. So that was awesome, man. Glad to hear that. So you 76 tackles, 4 sacks, 7 TFLs. But what I liked about your tape was you put your hand in the dirt, man, and there is no length you won't go to get to the football. Like
Yeah.
you run around with your hair on fire, man.
Yes, sir.
And you mentioned your coach gives you his all. So did you feel like it was on you to give him your all as well?
Yes, sir. I feel like I had a chip on my shoulder because last year, last year was a fluke. He not really good or whatever. The last season was a fluke. He not really like that or whatever. So I felt like that if I know my number wasn't gonna be high as they was last year. I had 14 sacks, so teams were really just scheming against me or whatever. So I knew my number really wasn't high as they was, but it was just like you can't tame a humble beast or whatever. So like that, I just had something to prove to everybody to show them that I can actually do this for real. And I had to prove it to I wouldn't say prove it to my teammates. I had to put my teammates on my back and let them know that I got y'all forever. It was just like me getting to the football. It's just always been instilled in me since like I didn't start playing football to my freshman year. It was always get to the ball, get to the ball, get to the ball, get to the ball. So it was just building me to get to the ball or whatever, because you never know. You get to the ball, you hit them, you might get a fumble or whatever, fumble recovery or whatever. It's just like the little things that like make good players like great. That's what I would say. So yeah,
I'm sure you're looking forward to getting in the lab with Coach Jackson and start learning some real college type techniques with the hand placement and things like that.
yes,
You're going to put the work in for it, man. Just based on what I've seen on tape, you're going to be able to take that next step. I have a good feeling. You remind me a lot of Sean Martin, the player that's already on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Have you got to meet Sean Martin yet?
I think I met him on the first day I got there. I think
you and he are very similar type players, real big body. And do they want you to put on weight? Have they said yet, or have you gotten those conversations yet?
Yes, sir. They want me. They want to be able to play the whole defensive line. So they want to be able to stand up, playing the shape 3, playing 4-eye, playing a tight 5, a wide 5. So yeah,
that's awesome, man. So you're going to be like a Dante Stills was for us.
Yes,
and
sir.
I don't know if you got to see Dante Stills play, but he's a legend.
Yes, sir.
All-time leader. So he obviously had to put on weight when he got to West Virginia, and he could do it all. He could play wide defensive end. He could play with the nose. Anywhere you needed him, he was going to disrupt. And sounds like you're looking forward to doing the same thing, man.
You can't coach size. You can't things. He just like got a high motor and that like dog mentality or whatever. So you can't coach that. So yeah.
I'm not big on bashing players I don't bash players at all for what they do. I just don't. I don't believe in it. I'm actually, I've gotten in some hot water with other fans that say we're the fans. We should be able to have a voice and say this or that. But man, like as a recruit, don't you feel like if a fan base is being really negative and you're on Twitter and you see that, do you think that can hurt recruiting?
To me, yeah, it hurt like a lot, because that's why like one of the reasons like I would like say I would like Georgia when I was at Georgia Tech when I decommitted. It was like one of like their fan pages takes replied to my story and it was like you a snake, you left or whatever. I was like,
Wow.
so it really like made me feel like a little iffy about like the whole school or whatever. So yeah.
And it only takes one person to do that.
Yeah.
The whole fan base might be all right, but one person can sour your taste towards a school. And they had a coaching change. Like, who was you supposed to be loyal to? All right. You ready for this rapid fire round, man? I got a few just quick questions for you. All right. So what was your favorite jersey combination to wear when you took your pictures? What colors did you like?
I put on, what did I have on? I had on blue helmet. I really want all blue and yellow socks and white cleats or whatever. But my favorite jersey combination there, I would say blue helmets, yellow jersey, white pants, and probably blue socks. Yeah.
A favorite rapper?
Favorite rapper, Lil Baby.
Man, we get that answer a lot. I like him too. Favorite shoe?
Favorite shoe, I would say either Jordan 13s or Jordan 11s.
Oh, them 11s, man. I love them 11s. Oh, here's a good one. Do you hoop?
I played basketball, but I don't play. I was gonna play this year, but I didn't want to get hurt.
Yeah, it's a good idea, man. Did you do any track or field or anything like that?
I'm not doing that either. My coach told me he just wanted me to relax or whatever. But I might do like a little big man relay here and there or whatever. So yeah.
Little big man relay. What was your 40 time?
40 on hand clock. I ran a 4.6.
That's moving for a cat your size.
Yes,
for
sir.
Sure. And from what I've seen on tape as well, you've got short area explosion. Like in a phone booth, you're more of a quick, explosive type player. Do you have anything you want to say to the Mountaineer fans?
I just want to say I appreciate all y'all for welcoming me and making me feel like I was a part of the family, even though I haven't put on the jersey yet. It's just been, even like with the recruiting stuff, it's just been like I felt like I was a part of the family. I haven't even been in my dorm, man, on campus for real yet. Just want to tell y'all thank you. I really appreciate y'all. And for the next 2 to 4 years, y'all gonna get all I got.
Man, that's what we love to hear. Are you going to be enrolling early?
No, sir.
So you're going to be coming in the summer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey, guys, you heard it here. This has been Zachariah Keith, one of the best defensive ends in the 2023 class and a 4-star player according to On3. Really appreciate his time, man. And you can see his socials underneath the screen here as they scroll by. Tell them what all your socials are real quick before we get out of here, Zachariah.
My Instagram is _1 true TRU Zach ZACC _. My Twitter is Zach ZACHH _Keith KEITH, and my TikTok is the same as my Instagram name.
All right, guys, this has been another episode of Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. This episode is over. Zachariah and I are out.
Yes, sir.
This is for Cameron. Cam.